5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I'm John Miglosh for the Wisconsin DMA and the International Society for Strategic Marketing. Okay, I'm trying to tab and I should hit the mouse instead. So let's get over to the... let's get over here. The window spacing isn't just quite perfect.
Has anyone seen my Reggie Miller bobblehead?
You'll never believe it. Reggie Miller is moving into the Wendy's I work at.
Look down there.
He says he's here for March Madness, but he definitely chose us for the breakfast.
Hello? My bobblehead!
The tournament doesn't start for like a week.
Found it!
It's gonna be a long march.
Choose wisely. Choose Wendy's, official breakfast of March Madness.
Boom, baby!
Now, what I learned was that there's breakfast at Wendy's. There isn't a Wendy's near me, but, you know, that looks like a pretty good breakfast. So I like the commercial, and I like March Madness, except my team would be lucky to win their first game, maybe second. That's about as far as they go. They seem to have a knack for losing to good teams by 4 points like they did yesterday. Anyway, I won't bore you with that, and we won't be wearing team colors much of the time. So let's get over to another window. Let me see. I don't remember how to work this today. I've had a few too many days off here. Okay, Tom Fishburne, as usual, comes to my rescue on Mondays. It says the video's ended. Did I do this again? No, it seems to be broadcasting. Let's try refreshing. Previously recorded. I have no idea. It's going on and off for me. Here I go. Okay, I'm going again. Anyway, Tom Fishburne, March Madness. We just have to make sure our digital ads never run next to unsafe content. Okay? And Rob Rakowitz says, or Rakowitz says, brand safety is a constant game of whack-a-mole. I've never had to worry about brand safety. You know why? Because I mail. And I don't care what else is in the mailbox. And you know what? Because it's expensive to be in the mailbox, most of the stuff is pretty nice stuff. Because there's a cost to putting it up. Unlike a YouTube video that your ad might be shown against. Right? And you wonder why your ads aren't working. And you say, gee, it's because they're being featured next to terrorism or something. I'm not saying this could ever happen. It just does happen. But that's one of the prices you pay on digital advertising. First of all, you don't know where it's going. You don't know what it's next to. You don't know any of the impact and the context. But they tell you it's trackable. That's the real whack-a-mole. I was watching Andrew Ettinger's video again, and Andrew said, now it's stopped again. I don't know if this is working or not. If you're seeing me anywhere, give me a thumbs up. I'm getting thumbs ups, but I don't know if it's still working. Anyway, Andrew Ettinger says, people ask me, does direct mail still work? I say, does digital work? Prove it. That's what we should be saying. I really like that, Andrew. Does digital work? Prove it. There's so many loopholes. There's so much fraud. $100 billion is supposed to hit this year in global fraud. So don't ask, what can digital do for you? Ask what you can do for direct mail and join the WDMA. How about that for cultural appropriation? Anyway, let's get over here. Consumers are frustrated with online shopping. Boy, is that ever true. And what they mean by that isn't online shopping per se, because when you get down here, and Ray Schultz, my friend Ray, hey Ray, I'll call you out in the comments. What they mean is, okay, YouTube is working fine according to this. Okay, what they mean is that there's an online service gap. Many retailers went out of business last year despite 28% growth in e-commerce worldwide, mostly Amazon. Okay? They didn't understand, and all of these retailers had digital. It's not because they hadn't embraced digital. All these unfortunate brands had online storefronts. Okay? What's the problem? They didn't understand the customer and how radically their expectations changed. Pretty simple, eh? Pretty simple. What were the top 3 complaints? No, this was symptoms. What are the top 3 complaints? Website search, website navigation, and finding information. That probably won't happen in your average 64-page catalog. You can whip through that pretty fast. That's not where the retailers went. They went digital. Guess what? Most digital sites have crappy search. And Amazon is just as bad. I mean, it depends. If you're looking for something peculiar, you might find it. But more than likely, you're going to find dozens of the same item, and with barely any description. It's terrible. So, like I say, go mail. Now, here's how you can tell shopping cart abandonment. A lot of times when I go to a normal retail website, I'm thinking, oh, that's not such a bad price. It's, let's say, $65. I think that's pretty good. Then I get to the shopping cart, and it's another, let's figure 10% sales tax because they don't know any better. So now it's $6.50 tacked on, and then shipping, and maybe they'll put $15 on it. So instead of it being $65, it's like $80 or $85, and I think $86.50 or something. Anyway, and I think, man, oh man, oh man, oh man, that's a lot of surprises. Goodbye. Okay. Low marketing conversion rate. I'm thinking that means repeat orders. I'm not sure what that means. Low repeat business. Low average purchase. All those are because web buyers are destination buyers. They're not like shopping mall buyers that wander around the mall and think of all the things they might buy. Or, Walmart, Costco buyers that think about all the impulse items. Web, you search. If you find it, you buy it. It's a low average order. And then you've got an inflated low-end shipping and handling because you don't make any money at trying to handle that order. And so anyway, there's a lot of reasons why Amazon wins. And it has mostly to do with, they can ship it free to, if you're an Amazon Prime, they get it there fast. Those are things that make the consumers like it. They don't like that Amazon doesn't really vet the products or the merchants. There's a lot of issues that just putting up a website doesn't solve. And we need to face that. And I would say shopping cart abandonment, if you got a problem with that, do retargeting with mail. Maybe make an offer. You can test it. You don't know your customer? Mail is the #1 cutting edge way to find out about your customer. I can help. So can a lot of other good people. So give me a call. Join the WDMA and you can get the marked up articles. How to use direct mail. This is from WikiHow, and it must have been updated this week because it came up in my, what was new this week. Direct mail, also known as direct response advertising, these are not mutually interchangeable. Direct response means generating a response by any medium. Okay? Direct mail is putting something in the mail, just like it sounds. Neither of these are direct marketing, I wouldn't say. Direct marketing means testing, and this isn't generally testing. So, something to think about, right? But, so right off the bat, we know this isn't really a super knowledgeable article, but I was impressed that it was in WikiHow, and there's some good stuff in it, too. So you can mail items, postcards, brochures, sales letters, newsletters to existing or potential customers. I like this, too. I like this part. It's relatively inexpensive and gives the customer a tangible reminder of your business. That's a lot of truth. That might be one of the best things I've seen said about mail in a long time. Okay, I would say. If you had to sum it up, Earl Hogan wrote me this past week and said, what do you say to people like at a cocktail party? Well, I don't go to cocktail parties anymore because, everybody's got masks on or they don't even have them. But if somebody asks me what I do, I usually say I'm a junk mail expert. And that raises a few eyebrows. And he said, yeah, that probably gets a reaction. But this might be a good follow-up. Why would anybody do mail? Well, it's relatively inexpensive and gives the customer a tangible reminder of your business. You could memorize that. It's also the most cutting-edge medium today for finding out what the customer's thinking. Okay, so the first step, make a list. Potential customers, usually you start with existing customers, okay? And the biggest problem today is nobody asks for an address. I'm helping launch a new revised website just this week, over the weekend actually, and there's no what's your address, no ask at all. And we might start with that because we would like to do some direct mail someday. And then we're going to have to pay somebody to look it up badly instead of getting it right from the initial registration. Okay, so you can also purchase or rent lists. Renting lists is the more common way to talk about it. Okay, so create your mailing list, develop an offer, and here it actually lists some offers. Whach-a-mole, pretty good. I like that. And it shows a couple of different ideas that you might use with postcards. This is a cute little article. I like it. You could get the article, subscribe to WDMA. I noticed people haven't been subscribing, so I need to get you to do that. And maybe I don't see LinkedIn working at all today. I don't even see it clicking on anything. Let me see if it's working. I see Stuart Barry wrote me. Stuart Barry from Maptitude, longtime friend. We're working on a project to do Every Door Direct a little better, and it's exciting. Anyway, they go on and they say, determine the best way to print and mail your stuff, Every Door Direct mail. I would put in here something like, this is the rule I learned, always test something. There's even ways to test Every Door Direct mail and show the effectiveness. You can do holdout samples. You can put in suppression files. You can also not mail every plausible carrier route. Those are 3 ways that you can test, even if you have a very low count. The statistical validity won't be that great, but you can test it a couple of times over time and boost that a bit if you know what you're doing. I thought that measure the results. It's not just measure, it's test. Okay, Whach-a-mole. And then I thought this was a great tip. You can find list brokers in the telephone book. When was the last time you even heard the term telephone book? So, it must have been an updated article. That's all I can say. Anyway, there's some tips for you on direct mail. If you want to keep up to date, join WDMA, like and subscribe. St. Patrick's Day, we're having a little meetup. Those are just pure fun. The style consultant does prepare a few questions as icebreakers, but you can pretty much say anything you want. We even get printers on there and USPS. They're funnier when they're not, in the office. Have a great day. Like and